So Steve, you yourself are well known for your high quality of drum production, and you have worked with some of the world's most iconic drummers, including, of course, Dave Grohl. So what was that experience like for you, being someone that is an aficionado when it comes to recording drums, to get to work with someone at Dave Grohl's caliber?
Dave is a monster. He's a very good musician, sort of generally, but there really are very few drummers of his caliber on Earth or who have ever lived. He's often associated with the most powerful moments of Nirvana because, he had a very physical approach to the drums. But I think his tastefulness and his tact and his dynamic sense are underrated. On quite a few of the songs, he scales everything back to a very simple, very clean rhythm in the quieter parts of the songs in order to give himself headroom to really attack the drums in the louder parts of the songs. And I think that's something that he doesn't get enough credit for, of really playing to the arrangement of the music and playing to the dynamic of the song. I don't think he gets enough credit for that. His drum parts themselves are inventive. Like on that record alone, there are 2 or 3 drum beats where if you just play a bar of the drums, people would know which song it was because the drums are as much of an identifier of the music or as much of a signature riff as any other part of the music.
So you really feel that Dave is one of the best drummers of all time?
Easily, yeah. Wow. I mean, certainly, I've worked with a lot of drummers. I've worked with some phenomenal drummers, real world beaters, real crushers. And he's at the very, very top of my experience recording drummers.
That's quite the compliment.
Extremely powerful drummers, pardon me.
No worries.
Can you believe they're still doing robocalls?
Really? Even with the virus going on?
So my skill set with recording drums developed over the years by recording the loudest and most aggressive drummers out there. I was able to use a fairly normal approach, that is, close mics on the drums, distant ambient mics to capture the room sound. My approach to the drum kit is not to try to record the individual drums as isolated sounds, but to record the whole of the drum kit I've always thought of it sort of as a kind of bully's piano, like you wouldn't try to record the individual strings and hammers of the piano and then reassemble them in the mixing stage. You try to capture the sound quality of the whole piano and present it that way. You can shift the emphasis one way or the other using mic placement or technique, but the net effect of it should be that it should evoke the sensation of listening to a single instrument. And that's the way I've always approached the drums. Is you might have a mic that's specifically for the bass drum, but you're not recording the bass drum in isolation of the other sounds. There's a microphone that's recording the snare drum, but that microphone is also hearing the rest of the drum kit in the ambient environment, that sort of thing.
So what about Krist Novoselic? How does he line up in the bass world?
He's an interesting guy, very cerebral guy. And I think his perception of his role in the band was not particularly well voiced in his bass playing. Like his bass playing was very solid and tonally was very deep and very heavy. He had, there would occasionally be lighter moments where he would be playing chordal stuff or playing up the neck, whatever. But most of the time he was playing sort of the left hand of the piano, as it were, where like he was playing the tonic movement of the music, and Kurt was adding all of the harmonic and emotional content. But the song carried on because you could tell the song was carrying on no matter how wild the guitar got, because Chris was sort of keeping his pace through the whole thing, as opposed to like going off on a journey on his own, I knew that in their position, Nirvana were going to be badgered by other people wanting to glom on to their success and wanting to siphon off some of their credibility for themselves, and that there were going to be a lot of people leeching off of them. For my own peace of mind and for their peace of mind, I wanted them to know that they didn't have to worry about me and be confident that I was going to do a good job without any of the distractions of the celebrity lifestyle or any of that sort of thing.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this interview I did with Steve Albini, make sure to subscribe for more because there is a lot more to come. All the interviews on this channel are original. I'm the one conducting all of them and editing all the videos together. So if you do want to support me, in all sincerity, the best way to do so is simply to subscribe. Thanks for watching.